In the brains of these hoes and establishing a name as he goes. The passion and the flame is ignited. You can't put it out once we light it. This shit is exactly what the fuck that I'm talking about when we riot. You dealing with a few true villains who stand inside.
Hey guys, what is going on? Today I am bringing you another Modern Warfare 2 gameplay. This one is a free-for-all on Scrapyard, where I go 30-2 using the P90 silenced with the AA-12 with extended mags as my secondary. And the P90 is probably my favorite submachine gun. I know you guys are probably thinking, well, why not the UMP? Well, the UMP is definitely probably the best out of all 5 of them. But the P90 has 2 definitely significant advantages over the UMP. Well, one's definitely an advantage. One of them could be a disadvantage, depending on the way you look at it. The number one advantage it has over it is the clip size. It has almost 20 more bullets in its clip. 20 more bolts than the UMP in its clip, and that really is a big advantage. Like, the more ammo, the less time you have to spend reloading is more time you could be shooting. I mean, it's just, I feel like that should be a quote. I feel like someone has said that before, or like is a significant quote, because it just flows too well to not be said by someone already. But the second one that you could interpret it as a either a advantage or a disadvantage is the rate of fire. The rate of fire is definitely the highest out of all the SMGs. I would say maybe behind the mini Uzi, but you know, I think that its rate of fire is probably the best, and I think it's an advantage. I mean, I love having SMGs that shoot really fast, because I think when I think of a submachine gun, I think a submachine gun should have a fast rate of fire, because you should be hip firing a lot, and the more bullets you can put down range when you're hip firing, is you have a better chance of killing the person. So I think that's the 2 things that make the P90 probably, most people will see it as probably the second best in its class. The MP5 probably being 3, and then Vector Mini Uzi being a toss above 4 and 5, because both of them have a lot of disadvantages. The Vector can't kill anything unless you use the whole damn clip, and the Mini Uzi doesn't have any accuracy to save its life. So it's definitely a toss-up on which one you guys think is better. But I like the P90. I would probably put it at number 1 in my top 5. The UMP is probably the easiest to use, but I think the P90 is more fun. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, I'm using the 379 killstreak setup this game. That's definitely my favorite way to go in free-for-all, because I think I've explained this before, but if you can get the UAV and you can get those next 4 kills fairly quickly, it can lead to your Harrier, and your Harrier can get you to your Pave pretty quickly and pretty easily. And once you get both of those in the sky, and you're on a map that doesn't have a lot of buildings, or is a pretty small map, those 2 will just go to work, and you'll just rack up the kills. And at that point, it'll become very easy for you. Because if you're dominating the skies, people will not go outside, so you'll know exactly. If you play the game enough, you'll know exactly the kind of spots that people like to hide in. Like someone there's a person hiding up in this computer area over here, and I get them. And you know, this building I'm in right now is very common for people to hide in. I think a couple people rush in, and I end up cleaning them up really quickly. I die like right around the 25-26 kill mark, so I end up with 2 deaths. But I mean, 30-2, it's kind of hard to complain in free for all. Because I mean, free for all is interesting. It either goes one of 2 ways. Actually 3 ways. You either dominate. If you dominate from the beginning, you're gonna dominate for the entire game pretty much. If you start bad, you're probably gonna end bad, or you're gonna end up with the person around the 1.0 KD, because that's normally, those are the 3 ways. Usually some people will struggle, because free for all is a much different mode rather than team deathmatch, where as team deathmatch, people spawn like on the opposite side of the map of where you are at the moment, where you and your teammates are. On free for all, the spawns are very sporadic, and that's why most commentators will tell you just patrol a certain area, and that way you can kind of dictate the spawns around you, because if you shoot someone on your right, chances are they're going to spawn on your left, and that's why you'll see most commentators rolling back and forth. I try to tempt that in this game when I have my kill streaks in the air, but you will see from time to time I will move away from certain areas as I get close to my kill streaks, or if people are just not coming to the area, I'll start moving and maybe start chasing people just to try and get that kill. Chasing in free-for-all is probably the number 1 thing you don't want to do, though, because of, you know, the spawns are sporadic, and you could run around the corner and literally a person will spawn in that corner you just ran by. I mean, that's the way Infinity Ward and Treyarch have both designed their free-for-alls to work. Not necessarily the most fair way to do it, but You know, if they change it now, you're gonna have the people who are used to free for all now complaining, why are you changing free for all? That's my favorite game type or whatever. So can't do much about it there. But the video is coming to a close. I think I get my last 2 kills here in a second. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like rating. If you didn't, please let me know what you didn't like so I can improve on that. And I will see you guys next time.